So this is War 11 of Season 37. We are facing 1 NG. I'm taking Path 1, then Path 2, and my team is Hercules, Omega Sentinel, and Human Torch. I'm also only taking 4 fights this entire war, which is actually the least amount of fights I've ever taken in a war since Season 31. So, little bit of a smaller war for me, which is okay. I'm happy to take less fights. And I do like taking a lot of fights, but every once in a while, you know, it's kind of fun to take it off. So yeah, this is an off war for me. And Noel also gave me a wags on this fight, so thank you to him for that. So I assume this would just be an easy Herc fight. It isn't exactly, there's a little bit of a twist to it, but it's still not necessarily a hard fight per se. So, I mean, I have a wags, so I'm not going to take damage back in theory. So I parry, do 4 lights. It's going to take 3 different combos for this. Parry, do 2, or I guess that was 3 lights, followed by 2 lights. And you can see this regen is already pretty nasty. First, I missed the heavy counter because I'm garbage. And then you can see this regen. It's a lot. Like, he's literally at full after my special 1. So here I realize that the regen's going to be a real problem, so I just back off. I want to give him space. It's a personal space regen, so I just want to back off. So I parry, I do 4 light attacks, then I parry and just back off. Then I parry and do 4 light attacks. And that seems to do the trick. He didn't get any regens. So yeah, 1 regen is okay. Even 2 might be okay. But probably trying to stay in that range or at 0 is probably a good idea. So here he's going to get his stuff back, which is fine. Parry do, I guess those was that 3 or 4 hits? I think that was 3 hits. Dashing back a couple times for space, doing more sets of hits, and I heavy to get him off me. He does have this Fury, which means that if I miss the special 1 dex, I mean, that'd be really unfortunate. Yeah, so I just hit an intercept here, dash back, no dexterity on the special 2, and throw it. The last hit's gonna clip, and yeah, so it does give me a little bit of damage, which is fine. Parry, do a couple hits, back off. Re-parry, do a couple hits. Now I can do a medium to infuriate him. Heavy. So yeah, definitely need to play around the regen a little bit, but with White Magneto, this fight is very, very manageable. Yeah, special 1 and this absolutely nukes him. So that's the fight. My next fight is a Mephisto on node 13. I am very aware of the masochism bug. If you knock him down in masochism, it triggers conduit, or conduit triggers masochism rather. He's going to have infinite conduit healing. There is actually a way to get around it, which DLL showed in his video that he released very recently, so I'm going to link that in the description if you're curious as to like more of the reasoning. But essentially, you know, when conduit debuff falls off, it stops doing regen. But since it's not falling off but getting shrugged, I mean, I guess it doesn't count it, so what you have to do is you have to knock them down and have an actual conduit debuff apply and then expire, and then theoretically the bug should go away. But I'd rather just not do that. I'd rather just hit Mephisto and have him nuke, or get nuked. So yeah, that's going to be my game plan. Right here, I thought that was a parry, honestly. And the stun got shrugged, so I got a little lucky that he went for heavy there. You can see that this fight's getting absolutely nuked here. Here he has the regen again, which is, it's a fairly hefty regen. I'd also rather not get hit by a special while he has that little regen Fury up. But yeah, that's the fight. Very standard, very, very easy fight. The next fight I have is going to be a Magneto on node 31 with Omega Sentinel. She is completely immune to ability accuracy reduction when facing mutants, which means that I can parry all day, every day. I do put on a PS1 boost for this just so I can rush to L2. But yeah, so here we go. I am going to fail a parry because I'm bad. Actually hit a parry. Medium ender. I do a heavy here for strike counter because it also pauses and I don't really need another heal block anymore. So I thought that was kind of clever. Yeah, it probably isn't. That was my reasoning for it. There we go. We got the plasmas. Now I just want to pause this again, so I can do a heavy to pause that. There we go. Take this out. Perfect. Light ender to pause. Perfect. Getting comboed for power rate. Perfect. There we go. I want to hit this pause soon too, so I just do a heavy to pause that. Then I just do a light ender in special 2. There we go. Probably another light ender, I would assume. Heavy or light ender. Just another light ender. I think at one point I blocked a special too. I think that's here. Yeah. So that hit pretty hard. And honestly, I was not trying to block it. I was trying to dex it. I was just late. But it's better late than early. Which is actually not something people say in anything besides, I guess, dexing Magneto special too. But yeah, better late than early. So that fight's down. And now I have the last fight of my war, which is an Emma Frost on Under Pressure. I'm just going to hit her, throw specials, and hit her is pretty much the game plan. Pretty standard. So, yeah. There we go. Hit her a couple times. Dash back. Throw that special one. None of it crits because she's in diamond mode. Last hit crit, actually. There she goes. She does her medium combo ender into me. Oh, and just hits me in the face. I'm not sure if I just whiffed that block. I'm pretty sure I didn't, so I'd probably say that's either a bug or some weird animation thing, but regardless, take some hits to the face. Block the special one because, I mean, there's really no reason not to. It's my last Hercules fight, and also it's just safer. So block this first hit. There we go. Which isn't to say that I can't dex it, but like in war, the goal is to solo the fight, and that's really the only thing that matters. Special one to finish it. So that's my war. 4 fights, all solos, thankfully. And if we win this war, we get masters, so hopefully we do that. Thank you so much for watching.